Follow along with this warm-up if you're a dancer or a mover before your class or rehearsal or practice. My name is Morgan. I was a professional dancer and choreographer in New York City for over a decade, and these are the movements that I like to do before I get into my dance practice. We're going to be using just our 2 long sticks today, and socks work, or if you have a slider, we'll be sliding on the floor for a few of our movements. So socks, towel, slider, and a floor that is slippery enough where you can slide on. So we're going to start by going through some big body movements. We're going to start with some spine roll downs, and we're going to drive the sticks into a stable surface or a wall. So you're going to drive them forward and down right where the wall meets the floor, right? And then the hands are going to be right at your side, so it's almost like you're pushing a wheelbarrow. Feet are going to be about hip width apart, and you're going to drive the sticks into the wall at 30% tension, 30% of your max effort. You're going to pull your chin to the chest, roll down through the spine. So as I'm getting into this roll down, I'm feeling a little more compression and activation in the abdominals, and once I reach the bottom, I'm going to soften those knees. I'm going to extend the spine and come back up with the head first. So now I'm looking up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to repeat that cycle. Pull the chin to the chest, soften those knees as I roll down, feeling that compression, driving those sticks forward. Once I reach the bottom, I'm going to extend those knees and look out forward. And again, rolling down. You can change the tempo of this movement. You could go a little bit slower if you're really cold. Looking up to return, rolling down through the spine, softening those knees as you come down towards the floor, extending the spine at the bottom. Let's do 2 more, rolling down through that spine, softening those knees. Once you reach the bottom, extend both the knees and the spine, and let's do that 1 more time. Curling, compressing, rolling down. Extend the knees and the spine to come on up and breathe. Now we're going to reverse that movement. So you're going to turn around. You can place the sticks on the floor before you turn around. And we're basically going to do the exact opposite. So now as we go down, the spine and the knees are going to extend. We're driving those sticks back into the wall at 30% tension. As you reach the floor, you're going to round the spine, bend the knees, soften as you slowly roll up through the spine. So I'm going to go down with my knees and spine extended. Once I reach my max, I soften those knees, roll that spine back up. And again, big movement, rolling down, rolling up. Keep that tension pressing back with those sticks, feeling the posterior chain waking up. Keep breathing. Feel that connection into the floor with those feet. Last 2. Folding forward. Once you reach the bottom, chin to chest, roll it back up. Last 1. Hinging and folding forward. And soften to roll back up. All right. Nice job. So we got the anterior chain, posterior chain, and that spine all warmed up. Let's get into some slides. So like I said, if you're wearing socks, that's going to be perfect to slide on the floor. If you have a towel or a slider, that will work just as well. We're going to alternate into a split squat, and we're going to add some spine rotations on top of that. So we'll start in a tall standing position. Sticks are going to be at 3 and 9 o'clock just outside of those feet. And then you're going to grab up on the grippy part with some slack in those elbows with a rope grip. So we're going to slide that left leg back first. So you're going to drive the sticks into the floor and that left leg into the floor at 40% tension as you hang down, right? You want to go as low as you can where you feel a little stretch in that left hip, activation in the left glutes, driving that right knee forward, and then we're going to add some rotation on top of this. So you're going to reach the left stick forward and the right stick open, rotating the spine to the right. We'll feel a deeper stretch in the front of that left hip. Then let's reverse it. Reach the right stick forward, left stick open, rotating the chest to the left. Come back center. Drive the sticks down even more. You're going to pull yourself up, keep driving that left foot down, and we're going to alternate. So place that left foot down, and let's slide the right foot back. We're going into a deep split squat here, stretching into the front of that right hip, getting into some shoulder stretch as well, and lats. We're going to reach the right stick forward, rotate the chest to the left, and switch. Reach the left stick forward, rotate the stick to the right. Slowly come back center, pull yourself back up, and let's go to the left. As we get more warmed up with this movement, we can go into deeper ranges of motion. We can pick up that speed, rotate that chest a little further, rotate right stick forward, bring the chest back center, drive down to come up, and let's switch. Right leg slides back into that split squat. Bend that right big toe. Feel stretch through that foot, front of that right hip. Right knee can be straight or bent. It's up to you. Reach the right stick forward to rotate to the left. Reach the left stick forward to rotate to the right. Come back center. And drive down to come up. Let's do that one more time each side. Left leg is going to drive down and slide back. Once we're at the bottom, find that active stretch. We're going to reach the left stick forward, rotating the chest to the right. Reach the right stick forward, rotating the chest to the left. Slowly come back center. And the right leg sliding back. Once we're good, reach the right stick forward, rotate the chest to the left. Rotate to the right, reaching that left stick forward. And come on up. All right. Let's do the same thing, but a lateral version. So we can go into a tall kneeling position. Left leg is going to be extended to the side. Sticks are just on the inside and outside of that right knee. Again, grabbing with some slack in those elbows, rope grip. Push into the outside of that left foot as we slide down into a hip abduction stretch. Right, if we need a little bit more stretch, you can untuck the toes, place the top of the foot on the floor, or we could do this from a standing position, which I'll show you after this rep. Once we get to the bottom, we can reach the left stick forward, again, rotating the chest to the right, and then reach the right stick forward, and drive down to come back up. If we want the standing version, standing foot is just going to be placed where that knee would go as we slide down. Now you can keep that knee on the floor for a lateral lunge, or you can lift that back knee into a grand plie position, right? Driving that knee forward, working a little more of that ankle stability here, rotating each direction. And slowly coming back up. All right, so pick your progression. We're going to do that one more time. Hanging straight down. And rotate each way. Left stick reaches forward as we rotate the chest to the right. Right stick reaches forward as we rotate the chest to the left. And come on up. Let's switch sides. So now left knee is going to be down, or left foot. Right leg is going to be extended. Sticks are just on the inside and outside of that left leg as we slide that right leg out, pressing into the outside of that right foot. If we need a deeper stretch, we can untuck those toes to sit the hips a little bit lower. Let's rotate the left stick forward. And the right stick forward, rotating that spine on top of the legs. Come on up. And let's do that again. Hanging down. Reach the left stick forward, rotate the chest to the right. And reach the right stick forward, rotating the chest to the left. And come on up. We can do that one more time from a different progression if you'd like. Hanging down. Find that lengthened, stretched position. Reach the right stick forward. And the left stick. Rotating that torso on top of those legs. We want that multi-directional force application, nice and warmed up. All right, so now let's slide forward. We're going to be in a tall kneeling position, sliding forward into a split. So left knee is down, right leg is going to be out in front of you with that foot flexed. Knee is going to stay flexed as well. Sticks are going to be out in front of you as well. Okay, so drive those sticks down into the floor at 30% tension. You're going to slide that foot out. As you slide, you're giving more weight to those sticks. We're just doing 3 of these. Ease into that split. Doesn't have to be a full split quite yet. Once we reach as far as you can go, drive those sticks down. Pull yourself back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Drive the sticks down as we slide forward into that split. And drive down to come on up. Let's do that 1 more time. Finding that full split as far as you can go, actively pulling into that and actively pushing down to come out of it. And let's switch. Right knee is going to be down. Left leg is out in front. Keep that left foot nice and flexed. Drive those sticks into the floor at 30% tension and slide it out. Easing into this stretch. Give your body weight to those sticks. And press down to come back up. Let's do that 2 more times. As that left heel is sliding out in front of you, think of reaching the right heel in opposition. So the left heel is reaching forward, right heel is reaching back. It's going to get you a deeper stretch. Push down to come back up. Let's do that 1 more time. Driving that heel forward, driving the right heel in opposition to that. And drive down to come back up and rest. All right, let's stand up from that position. We're gonna load up our posterior chain into a single leg hip hinge. We're gonna add some rotation on top of that and then some ankle work there. So we're gonna go through a kind of a hip hinge, single leg deadlift flow. So just watch this first time. I'll go sticks at 11 and 1, standing on the right leg. I'm gonna find a T position, single leg hip hinge. I'm gonna look under my left arm as I rotate my body to the side, rotate back down, bring my hips underneath me with the left leg in front, and lift that bottom heel. All right, so we're gonna do 4 on each side. We'll start in a tall standing position. Sticks are at 11 and 1 o'clock. You're gonna hold them at sternum height, driving into the floor at 40% tension. You're gonna lift that left leg up, make sure you're solid on the right leg, and then reach the hips up and back. Reach that left leg up and back. You want a nice active single leg deadlift here. Reaching the sticks forward and that left heel back. You're gonna look under the left arm and then let the body follow, turning to the side. Keep the right knee pulling back into a turned out position. Toes on that left leg, turning forward along with that chest and those hips. Then look back down to the floor. Let the body follow. Bring the hips underneath you, left leg in front as we lift the right heel. And bring the right heel down with control. Let's do that 3 more times, reaching back into that hip hinge. Look under that left arm. Let the body follow, turning to the side. Make sure we hold for a few seconds in this position. And then reverse it. Look down, let your body follow, bring the hips underneath you, lift that right heel. Last 2, reaching back into that hip hinge, left leg reaching back, look under that left arm, turn the body to the side, control that position, turning back down to the floor, bring the hips underneath you, lift that right heel, and we're going to do that 1 more time, finding that hip hinge, looking underneath, open, breathe, look back to the floor, find that hip hinge, bring the legs underneath you, and that right heel up, and rest. Let's do that all on the opposite leg. Left foot is down, tall standing position, sticks are at 11 and 1. Drive down at 30% tension, lift that right leg up, and reach back into that hip hinge. Hips go up and back, right leg goes back, reach those sticks forward. We're gonna look under that right arm, turn the body to the side, pulling that left knee back. Turn it back down, look down to the floor, let the body follow. Bring the hips underneath you with the right leg in front. Lift that left heel. And down with control. And let's go again. Find that hip hinge, reach the right leg back, sticks reach forward. Look under that right arm and turn. Hips are gonna turn to the side, shoulders turn to the side, the right toes turn to the side, that left knee is pulling back, look back down to the floor, let the body follow. Bring the hips underneath you with the right leg in front, lift that left heel, and lower it with control. Last two, find that hip hinge. Breathe, look under that right arm and let the body follow, turning to the side, pulling that left knee back, and rotate, turning the head, and let the body follow back to the floor. Bring the hips underneath you, right leg in front as we lift the left heel. Slowly lower that left heel. Let's go one more time. Finding that hinge. Look under the arm. Turn the body. Make sure you've got control over that position. Look back to the floor. Let the body follow. Bring the hips underneath. Lift the heel. And lower. Awesome. Nice job. So our last two movements we're going to do with just one long stick. We're going to go into a dead bug, warming up the core a little bit more, and then we're going to do a nice pigeon stretch. So our dead bug, you're going to lie on your back with the stick on top of you, and we're going to lift the left knee up. Oops. We're going to lift the left knee up so it's bent at 90 degrees and reach that right arm overhead. You could do this with a short stick too if you have it nearby. So we're holding the stick with that left knee and contralateral arm, that right arm overhead. Left arm is also going to be next to that left ear. We're going to drive the stick into the leg and the leg back into the stick as we lift that right arm up. And we're going to increase that tension to about 60% tension. So I'm driving the leg into the stick back into the leg at 60%. Then you're going to lift the head, the right leg and the left arm 1 inch off the floor and hold. That lower back should be glued to the floor. You're going to bring your left elbow and your right knee towards the center, holding that tension in the core. Then you're going to extend back to that starting position. One more like that. Bring the elbow and the knee towards the center. Extend back to the starting position. Then let's reach them up towards the ceiling. Left arm, right foot up. Coming back down. Make sure the stick and the leg are still pushing into each other as we lift those arms, arm and leg up. And arm and leg down. Take a breath. And rest. Woo. Okay, let's switch sides. So stick's gonna go in that left hand. It's gonna press into that right knee. So we're finding that tension there. Right arm is up by the ear. Make sure we've got contact. If we lose tension, then we'll lose the stick. Okay, we wanna keep that tension throughout the entire movement. Ramp up to that 60% of your max effort. And then lift the arm and the leg and the head 1 inch off the floor. Let's bring the left knee and the right elbow towards the center. Keep that 60% tension and extend. One more time. And extend. Now straight arm and leg. Reach out. One more time. Reach it out. And release. Woo, okay. So let's sit up. We're keeping that long stick and we're gonna go into a pigeon stretch. So let's go with the left leg out in front first. If you need to sit up on a yoga block or a bolster, go ahead and do that. If not, you can start with that left leg right in that shin box position and then extend that right leg out in opposition. The stick is gonna go in your right hand and you're gonna lean forward over that front hip. All right, if we need a deeper stretch, we're gonna open that knee so it's bent at 90 degrees. We're gonna pull that left hip back away from the left knee and roll that right hip down towards the floor. So driving that stick into the floor with the right hand is gonna help with that, rolling that right hip down towards the floor. All right. So once we're in this position, we're just gonna lengthen and shorten the floor between the hips. So as you lengthen, these are isometric contractions, the left leg is gonna try to drive forward while the right leg drives back, similar to when we were doing our split stretch. We're trying to split the space in the floor between those two legs. Then we're going to reverse that. You're going to try to squeeze the floor together. So it's like if you have a yoga mat, you're trying to bunch it up in the middle. And then let's do that 2 more times. Lengthen, driving forward with the left and back with the right. And shorten, pulling the right side forward, the left back. And let's do that 1 more time. Lengthening. And shorten. Keep breathing. Slowly release that tension. Come on out of it, and let's switch sides. So right leg is going to be in front. Left leg will be back. We're going to lean forward as we extend that left leg. Make sure the left leg is internally rotated. So we want the top of the foot, the top of the foot on the floor and and the front of the left knee on the floor. The bottom of the foot is going to be facing up towards the ceiling. So we're going to roll up onto that left leg, making sure we're nice and elongated in that right hip. Okay, pulling the right hip back away from the right knee, rolling that left hip towards the floor. Once we're set in this position, we're going to lengthen and shorten the floor. So we're going to drive that right leg forward while the left leg drives back. Hold. And then reverse that. Squeeze the floor together. Almost like you're trying to pull yourself out of this position. And again, let's lengthen the floor, pulling the right leg forward, driving the left leg back. And reverse it. Squeezing that floor. Keep breathing. Let's go 1 more time, lengthening the floor. And shorten. Let's release that tension. Slowly come out of that position. Nice work. I hope your body is nice and warm and ready to go, and I'll see you next time.